All right, so the fastest way to brute force subdirectories. What you need to know for OSCP. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? This is Ryan from elevatecyber. I'm going to show you the fastest way, and I might have covered this in another video. I really want to make a what you need to know for OSCP video on this because I wasn't going to do this originally, but it really is just so helpful to have this on your side, right? Because every second counts with the OSCP. I've talked about this before. It sounds like you got 24 hours and that's a lot of time, but it's really not. You want to be as efficient as possible. Now, when you're brute forcing your subdirectories, one thing that you're going to notice, one commonality, is that you are going to oftentimes use the same word list. Now, whatever word list you prefer, maybe it's directory list 2.3 medium.txt or directory list 2.3 small.txt or anything else. I prefer to use recently this raf small words in the sec lists, which is it's built into Kali now. It didn't used to be, but it's a word list thing here. You can also get it off of Daniel Miessler's GitHub as well. And sec list discovery, web content, raf small words. That's just my preference, right? So what you can do is you can create an alias to automatically run your GoBuster scan, or maybe you're a dir search guy, whatever you prefer, right? Whatever the command is, you can actually map it to an alias. So what I did is I mapped my GoBuster command to an alias called subdirs, right? Because it's so common. You find a web interface and then you look for hidden subdirectories, and that's like, honestly, that's like Recon 101 when it comes to CTFs, right? You're pretty much going to be doing this so much that having to type out this long, drawn-out command for everything is going to be very time-consuming. You're going to be wasting a lot of time doing a repeatable task that, quite honestly, repeatable tasks are perfect candidates for automation. So we're basically automating this. So what you want to do is you want to go into your bashrc file. Now, let me just take a step back here for a second, right? I'm on the root account here in this box, so I am currently in the /root directory, which is the home directory for the root account. Now, if I do ls, I'm not going to see anything here, but if I do ls-la to view everything, right, or you can even just do ls-a, right, they'll just display all files. There's a hidden file, right? You know it's a hidden file because it starts with a period in the front, and it's called bashrc, right? That's this file right here. This controls a lot of like your it's basically like your profile for your account, if you will. It's a good way to think of it. And there's a lot of different things that you can, customize here. And one of the things is you have aliases and things like that. We're actually going to create our own alias here. And because we're storing it in this file, every time we log on to this account, to the root account, we will have access to this alias. So you can name it whatever you want to name it. Just make it as like a function, basically, right? So subdirs is what we want to call our alias. And I am going to use GoBuster. So GoBuster dir, right? This is just a standard GoBuster command down here. Directory mode. And I am going to, for the username -u, I'm actually going to take $1 because I'm going to take a command line argument so I can pass in, sorry, not user, what am I saying? The URL. It's a bit late here, guys. I'm sorry. I got a 6 a.m. flight tomorrow. I'm just really trying to get the content out for you guys. But yeah, I have not had that much sleep. So $1, right? This is a command line argument 1, position 1. Of course, position 0 is going to be the command itself, the subdirs command. So position 1, we're going to tell it what URL to run it against because that's something that you can't really, it's harder to automate out because it's going to depend on what box you're going to, that's going to be a variable, right? So we're going to just allow the user to pass that in. Now the word list, this is where we're saving time. We're going to use this word list for everything. And we're going to always run with 50 threads because that's how I like to run it. It runs so much faster that way versus the default 20 threads. And then extension, we're going to allow the user to pass that in once again is in the next command line position because that's something that can be quite variable. It depends what technology you're dealing with. Now, I will say if I needed to run some other kind of word list, then I'll just run the GoBuster command manually. But most of the time, 90% of the time, when I'm running GoBuster, I'm just running it with this word list, this specific setup. So that's why I'm automating it. I didn't prepare anything to demo this live, but what I could do is say subdirs. Now, if I don't give it anything, you'll say, hey, you need arguments for these flags. So what I would do let's just say subdirs like google.com, I suppose. And we'll say PHP or something, right? Boom. Just for the sake of demonstration here, right? Didn't want to actually run a GoBuster on Google. So, but that's the idea, right? You just pass in the URL, pass in the extension, and yeah, then it runs my command. Boom. So much less typing than if I said GoBuster, you know, GoBuster, dir, and all the stuff you saw earlier, right? It's so much faster to have this alias. So once you actually edit your bashrc, you might notice it doesn't work right away. It does for me because I've had this setting for a while. What you need to do is say source bashrc, and that's going to apply the changes for you without having to restart your VM. So just a little bonus tip for you guys there. Hopefully this video was of help to you guys. What you need to know for OSCP, this is going to help speed up your subdirectory brute forcing for certain. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe as well if you haven't already. And yeah, if you want to know some more stuff, what you need to know for OSCP, you really get into more of that content, check out the videos on screen now. I'll see you guys right over there. In fact, thanks for watching.